What's going on, guys? Got another comic book haul video for you. Got a pretty sizable stack of books here from a 50-cent sale that Great Escape was having a few months ago. Great Escape, the oldest comic book store in Louisville, I think. Definitely the one I've been going to the longest since I was probably 11, 12 years old, so almost 30 years now. And they had a dollar sale. I had a couple videos ago that was I showed my haul from that. I had a lot of good books from there, a lot of good spec books from a few years ago that have cooled down but are still worth something. A lot of these books are spec books as well, but these were all 50 cents instead of $1, and this was a whole new room full of long boxes. Again, there was probably 50 or 60 long boxes in their special events room that they have right next door to their main store. And got there bright and early, saw some familiar faces, got to dig with some homies, and picked up probably, I don't know, maybe a little more than half a short box full. These are mostly unbagged and boarded, so it's kind of hard to tell, and the short box is long gone. But we'll go ahead and get started here. The first book is Ghost Rider Trail of Tears. This is number 5 in this little limited series. Got written by Garth Ennis and artwork by Clayton Crane. So I'm trying to get this limited series. I like Garth Ennis as a writer, and Clayton Crane, he did the cover and he does all the interior art as well. So I like to pick up that mini series. Next we got Gear Station number 1. This is just a cool Alex Ross cover, kind of a, it's a fairy maybe, or those are fairy wings, not really angel wings, but just cool Alex Ross cover. I think I've got a Michael Turner version of this as well. Not sure what the story is, but just cover looked pretty cool. Got some fun Kevin Eastman books here. This is Fistful of Blood number 2. This was a little mini series that he and Simon Bisley worked on. It's kind of a combination of Western and vampire movie. It's I think he said it was based on those old spaghetti westerns with Clint Eastwood, like Fistful of Dollars, obviously. So they called it Fistful of Blood, and he does the interior art on all of these and the B covers. I have a few of the B covers, but these are the A covers. They're not Kevin Eastman, obviously. 2 and 3, and then number 4. So I was happy to find those. Got a fun 90s book here, Excalibur 71. This is the hologram, Fatal Attractions. I see these all the time, but I grabbed this one just because it was signed. You can see it's signed up there by Joe Madureira, and down there by, who is it? Derek Robertson. It's got the certificate of authenticity on there too. That's why I grabbed it. Let's see, wait. So that one says certificate number 1869, and yep, 1869 out of, is it 2,500 or 7,500? 7,500. So not very rare, but just kind of a cool book to pick up for 50 cents. Got some of these Dust Wars books. I don't know anything about these. I picked up a few of these last year at a Comic Book World sale. I just really like the painted covers. The artist and creator is Paolo Parente. The interior artwork is done by David Fabri. So I'm not sure what the story is, but just grabbed it based on the cover. Looked pretty cool. Number 3, there's number 2. And then, so that's Dust Wars, and this is just Dust. So, different series, same universe, I'm imagining. Grabbed a Rob Liefeld cover here, Deathstroke number 12. This is the A cover. He did covers, and he did the interior art as well for a 2 or 3 issue run in this New 52 Deathstroke. I think this is the last one I needed for the Liefeld covers, so it's kind of the homage to Incredible Hulk 340 there. It's got Lobo there and Deathstroke's sword reflection, so it's pretty cool. Really happy to find these bunch of Dead Space books. I think I have number 5. That's the only one I had before this. These are really hard to find. These are not in the best shape. A lot of these books, they were 50 cents and they weren't bagged and boarded, like I said, and they've got some spine ticks on them, but I didn't have any of these books, so that's why I picked them up there, and they're in decent enough shape, so they're not too beat. So this is Dead Space Extraction. This is just a one-shot. This was based on the think it was a Wii game, Dead Space, that came out, oh god, too long ago now for me to think about. But Dead Space was a really fun survival horror game that I loved on Xbox 360. So this is the comic book adaptation of that. Got number 2, number 3, and number 6. I was really happy to find those. Like I said, I think I've only got number 5 of that, and it's a 6-issue miniseries, so just need a couple more for that. Next we got Deadly Duo number 4. Just grabbed this one because it's done by John Cleary. Found out he's from the Louisville, southern Indiana area, and he was his big claim to fame, I think, was probably Boof and the Bruise Crew, not the Booze Cruise, that's something else. But Boof, that old Image title from the early 90s, and that kind of Extreme Studios style. So I hadn't seen, or I don't have this one, so I grabbed it. Looks like it's got Riptide and 2 other people. I'm not sure who they are. This was a fun Freddie Williams cover I got. It's the coloring book variant for Batman Superman 28. He did the main cover, I'm guessing, and then this is the coloring book cover, so it's pretty cool. A couple issues of this 47 Ronin. It's a classic Japanese story, but this one is adapted by Stan Sakai, doing the covers and doing all the interior art as well. So I was really happy to find that. Got number 1 and number 4. And speaking of Ronin, I was really happy to find these. Got 5 Ronin number 4 with Psylocke on the cover. What's the who was that? Is that the David Mack? I think that's the David Mack cover. And then 5 for Deadpool. So I heard some people talking in the event room while they were digging. I think they found the first 3 issues of this and left these last 2 behind. So unfortunately I didn't get Hulk, Punisher, or Wolverine, but I was really happy to find these. There's really cool Ronin versions of the Marvel superhero set in feudal Japan. So it's really cool. Got a couple of Bruce Timm covers here. Got Adventures of Superman number 4 and Commandy Challenge number 1. So those are both Bruce Timm. Happy to find those. And then let's see, the rest of this stack is going to be a whole bunch of G.I. Joe stuff. So most of these I grabbed just because of the covers, but then I started finding some of the early IDW stuff when they relaunched it again from or recontinued Real American Hero, and I never see that stuff in the dollar bins. So I wasn't actively looking for it, but I'm a big G.I. Joe fan. I usually just buy based on covers or if I know if it's worth something. So most of these are cover buys, and then I guess I'm priced into finishing as much of these runs as I can now. So we got G.I. Joe Special Missions number 3, cover B. Just a cool Baroness cover. I always like the Snake Eyes covers. It's G.I. Joe Origins number 19. And I was going to see who the artist on this one is. Robert Atkins, it looks like. G.I. Joe number 26. G.I. Joe America's Elite number 5. This one is the first published interior art of Art Germ. You can see it's got 2 different stories. This is the second one, and you see art Stanley Lau. It doesn't say Art Germ, but that's who it is, of Ifs. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, really cool interior art by Mr. Art Germ. Got a cool Cobra Commander cover. I guess this is the B cover because there's no number on the front. Then on the back in the barcode it says issue 13. You see the 2 there on the far right. That means it's the B cover. So really cool Cobra Commander cover. Really nice Snake Eyes cover by Augustin Padilla that I found. This is cover B of, I guess this is Snake Eyes solo run. That was number 7. Number 9, that's cover A, another really cool cover. Number 10, cover B, really cool Storm Shadow cover. And number 20, another nice Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes cover. And then we got Snake Eyes Declassified number 1. Got a cool, Arashikage, that's their logo on his forearm there. And Scarlet Declassified number 1. Yeah, maybe a one-shot. And then G.I. Joe Declassified number 2. Another fun cover. Some of the Image Run. This is number 2. The J. Scott Campbell cover. And number 3, another J. Scott Campbell cover. So then the rest of these are all going to be Real American Hero Run. I'll point out, I'm not sure what all the keys are. I'll point out the ones that I do know as I come across them. 161, 162, 165. And a nice shipwreck cover here, 166. My wife just came in and interrupted me, but it's okay. Keep going. 168. Got Firefly and looks like Craven back there. I'm not sure who that is. 179. 181 with a Destro and Baroness on there. 189. Again, I'm not sure any of these are keys or not, but like I said, I just never find these in the dollar bins in decent shape, so I just grabbed them. 194. 195, cool Terradrome. 204. 207, Snake Eyes and Roadblock and Scarlet. 211. Here's a bit of a run here, this Death of Snake Eyes. I'm not sure if he actually died in this little storyline or not, but I know some of these are worth something. 212 and 213. Really like that cover with Serpentor on there. 215. That's I think he might actually die in that issue. I don't know. It looks like it at least. 224. Cool Storm Shadow cover. 225. And he's back in 226. I think, or this is the first appearance of Dawn Moreno. I think the first, or the female Snake Eyes. So that I don't know if that's her on the cover or if it looks like the old Snake Eyes. It looks like a dude, not a lady. So maybe he's back from the dead. And then the last G.I. Joe book is 252, just a cool Baroness cover. So that takes care of all the G.I. Joe books, but still got another giant stack to go through. So start with Amera Karate, number 1. This is Action Lab. This looks like a fun, like Karate Kid send up, so I just grabbed that. Got some fun crossover books here. Infestation, Ghostbusters, nice Slimer. Is that Slimer, Janine, and Stay Puft? This is cover B. Crossover here with the DC Hanna-Barbera IPs, I guess. So we got Green Lantern and Coast to Coast, or Green Lantern and Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. Jonah Hex and Yosemite Sam. And then not a DC Hanna-Barbera crossover, but I guess it's a crossover. Avengers Iron Man, number 1. I just grabbed this one because it was a Ron Lim cover. Got a few of these fun DC old movie poster homages. The Flash here, homaging North by Northwest. Got Detective Comics, homaging Matrix. And then last one, we got Superman, Wonder Woman, homaging Gone with the Wind. So those are fun. Got a sketchbook here for Marvel Knights. This was looked like it was a Wizard preview for when they were getting ready to launch the Marvel Knights run or whatever in the late 90s. Got a nice 80s book here, Mask number 2. This is the mini series, not the main series. So I did enjoy playing with the Mask toys when I was a kid. Not as much as Transformers or G.I. Joes, but they were still fun. So I got number 2. And then I got some Mass Effect books here. One of my favorite video games of all time. There's like 3 different series of comics. I'm not sure if this is the first one or not. What year is this from? 2017, so probably not. So games came out in like the late 2000 and aughts, so they probably had comics around back then. They probably didn't wait till 2017. I don't even know. When was that? That was the Andromeda game maybe came out? I'm not sure. I didn't play that one. Mass Effect 2 Discovery, Mass Effect Discovery number 3, and Mass Effect Discovery number 4. Then I got a couple of Robin books here. Just grabbed these because Freddie Williams does the interior art. Got 155 and 156. This one felt a little thick when I picked it up, and it's because it's got some nice 3D glasses here for HeroScape 3D. A little preview, I guess. And then it's got a Teen Titans preview book or something in there too, so it's pretty cool. Grab this one, Shadowland Blood on the Streets. I thought this was a Sana Takeda cover because I know she did a couple of the Shadowlands covers, but this is a Matina cover, but still really cool. Got this Injustice Year 3 number 7. I think this is the first appearance of the Lois Lane and Superman's kid there on the cover. This was hot for a while, a couple of years ago, but it's back down. But it's kind of a fun cover. Incredibles number 1. I think this is the first appearance of the Incredibles in comics, so it's a fun movie. Happy to grab that. I got Game of Thrones number 1. Flashpoint number 1. Got a couple of those now. I can always flip those for about between 15 and 20 bucks though. Got Ex Machina number 1. I think this might have been like the first spec book that I ever bought when I got back into collecting 4 or 5 years ago. They were having a quarter sale on Free Comic Book Day at one of the stores around here at Book and Music Exchange, and I found Ex Machina number 1 for a quarter. I have not sold it yet, but I picked up another one. Why not? Oops, lost the green thing. I got another copy of this Earth 2 number 19. It's the early appearance of first appearance of Val Zod, I think. More video game comics. Dragon Age. I never played the Dragon Age video game, but I know it's got a lot of fans and very popular. I did not know this one was written. The comics were written by Orson Scott Card, who's one of my favorite sci-fi authors of Ender's Game fame, obviously. So I just got these to flip. I got number 1, number 3, number 5, and number 6. I'm gonna reach down and grab the green thing again, so I have some kind of board back there. There we go. Ooh, maybe. All right, then next we got Bionicle number 1. I don't know if this is the very first appearance of Bionicles in comics or not, but it's a pretty short little book. The paper's not so great, but I grabbed it just in case. Got Batman 567. I think this is the first appearance of Cassandra Cain as Batwoman, or Batgirl. Another Batgirl number 12. This is the Art Germ cover, so I was happy to grab that one. Supernatural Origins number 1. Just grab this one to flip. It's a prequel to that CW show that's very popular, so why not? Thanos number 15. I thought this was the big book, but it turns out it's 13. I think was the first appearance of Cosmic Ghost Rider. This is when it's revealed that Cosmic Ghost Rider is Frank Castle. It still goes for a bit, but I can't remember if they had 13 there or not. They probably did, and I just missed it, so kind of a bummer, but what are you going to do? This was a fun one. It's a magazine for the Matrix Online, this Matrix MMO from, 20 years ago probably now. Just I never played it. I just remember watching one of the video game podcasts and YouTube channels I used to watch all the time. It was called Giant Bomb, and they played Matrix Online a lot, and they were actually on there when they shut down the servers, so it was kind of a fun little nostalgia piece. Got a few of these Nick Fury versus S.H.I.E.L.D. These are square-bound books. Just got these for the painted covers. There's number 3. There's number 4, Joe Jusko. And then number 5. Looks like Kevin Nolan, maybe. Number 6 here. I don't see a signature, but I just like the painted covers. Can't go wrong. Picked up a few of these Ninja Scroll books. These are not the Jim Lee covers. I think he did the B covers on the first 3. I've got one of those, but I don't have any of these other issues. So this was one of the first animes that I remember watching when I was a kid. So nostalgic for that. I got number 2, number 5, number 6, number 7, And then number 8. And then, yeah, John Boy Myers. That's why they caught my eye, because I do like Ninja Scroll, but John Boy Myers does the interior art on the last couple ones of those. Definitely 7. Yeah, and they did the cover on that one too, but not the interior art. So that's pretty cool. Shiny Superman goodness, Superman 150, just a shiny foil cover. Thundercats number 22, really happy to find that. It was one of my favorite cartoons. Do not have very many of those comic books though, so I will keep my eyes peeled for those. Got some Bill Sienkiewicz covers, Trinity number 7 and number 11. It's a nice sketch cover. Got a few Usagi books, 135, 136, 151, 155. Just trying to complete as many as their Usagi run as I can. 160. Getting pretty close towards the end. Really need to do some work on the early issues though, obviously. Those are going to be harder to, or more expensive to find. That's a mini-series, it looks like. The Hidden number 2. And then this one is Senso number 4. And yeah, that's a wraparound cover. And number 5, which is also a wraparound. So, can't go wrong there. Looks like Space Usagi, maybe, or something. Some Punisher books here. Got number 99. Just a terrible cover, but why not? Sketchbook for number 1, or sketch cover for number 1. Got the annual, I guess it's the Halloween annual, number 1. Got some of the War Machine Punisher armor. I think 218 is his first appearance. So I got 219, they didn't have that one. 220, 224, cool American flag cover. And 225, got Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, and Falcon on there. Found a bunch, closing out the end, yep, a bunch of Adam Hughes stuff here with some Tomb Raider books. Found another copy of this one, number 1, Journeys. So that's not Tomb Raider number 1, it's Tomb Raider Journeys number 1, cover B, and then there's number 2. Those are both Adam Hughes covers. And then here's the main Tomb Raider title. That's number 9. That's a Michael Turner cover. And we got 43. That's Adam Hughes. 44. Another Adam Hughes. 46. More Hughes. 47. Not Hughes. I think that's Benitez. This is number 50. And I guess this is the last issue there. So I think 50 is probably the most expensive one of those. So I'm just going to try to sell all those. 171, that's an Adam Hughes Wonder Woman cover. And then finishing off with more Adam Hughes Zatanna. Got 11. Unfortunately, they did not have 15. That's the big one. But I had 11, 13, and 14. So try to sell all those. Hopefully get some money back. Thanks for hanging in with me, guys. It was a big haul. Lots of 50-cent books. So I had a lot of fun digging. So I hope you guys had fun watching. Talk to you later.